Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahushai Barakatah. Peace and power to the throne. Peace and blessings to you out there. All praise is due to the Son of the Kingdom, Yahushai. I wanted to answer a question from the comment board that I got yesterday. It was a good question, and just in case anybody else is wondering, I want to go ahead and deal with it. You know, I said the only dumb question there is the one you don't ask. So this question was from Domo Tech, Shalom King. He said, Shalom KD, I'm a little confused now. Didn't they call Yahushai King of the Jews? Will he not be King of the Jews when he returns? John 19, verse 19 through 22. All right. I just need some clarity. Am I looking at the verse wrong? I'm not challenging anything. I genuinely want to know. All praises. So let's go to John 19. St. John 19. Verse 19. All right. And Pilate, hold on. St. John 19 and 19. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was, Yahushai of Nazareth, King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Yahushua was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew and Greek and Latin. And then said the chief priests of the Jews to Pilate, write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am King of the Jews. Pilate answered, what I have written, I have written. See, I'm going to read that again. Then said the chief priests of the Jews to Pilate, write not that he is the King of the Jews, but that he said he's the King of the Jews. Pilate basically told him to just shut the fuck up. I wrote what I wrote, now go sit your ass down. That's what he told him. Let's go to John 18:36 to deal with this. All right. I'll start at verse 34. Yahushua answered him, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did other? Wait a minute, hold on. You know what? Let me start up at 33. St. John 18 and 33. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Yahushua and said unto him, are you the King of the Jews? Yahushua answered him, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, am I a Jew? Your own nation and the chief priests have delivered you unto me. What have you done? And Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from thence. Pilate therefore said unto him, art thou a king then? Yahushua answered, thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth, hear my voice. Verse 38. Pilate said unto him, what is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find no fault at all. Now, Yahushua never said he was king of the Jews. That's a lie that the Pharisees put on him to get him arrested. See? That's why he said, are you king of the Jews? He said, you said it. In other words, you saying that, not me. He said, for this end was I born. See, Yahushua always knew how to answer without answering. He never said he was. That's the charge, see, that he put on him. Now, yeah, Yahushua is a king, but he's king of the northern kingdom, not of the southern. The Father's king over that. And Yahushua knew that. But he also knew if he would have put up a struggle and be like, no, I never said that, then the Pharisees would have destroyed his whole ministry. Oh, so you're not a king? So then you're not the son of God then. Then you're not a king then. See, it would have started a whole bunch of shit. That's what they do. They're bitches. And that's why the bitch ass motherfuckers is paying now. See? All of them. That's why they paying now. See? That's why Yahushua answered just right. And even Pilate was like, man, get him out of here, man. I don't know what they tripping on. He said, look, I don't know what y'all want. He said, I wash my hands of this man. He said, I'll give you Barabbas. How about that? He's a thief, a murderer. They said, give us Barabbas and kill Yahushua. That's what they said. So that's what got him arrested, indicted, and executed. So no. That's why he said, my kingdom is not of this world. And what world was he talking about? The world of the law of Moses that the Jews still kept. He said, I'm a priest. Yahushua is letting them know I'm a priest under the order of Melchizedek, and I don't keep the law of Moses. I keep the law of liberty. He said that in so many words without telling them. And my kingdom is a kingdom of priests. Pharisees ain't priests. They're fucking grifters. That's all they are. You know? So, hope that answered y'all question. If anybody else is thinking that. Bible can sound kind of contradictory, but it's really not. You just got to do a little digging. But all praises. Very intelligent question. And I'm glad you put it up there. Just in case anybody else is thinking that. But no. Yahushua never... Come on, man. If Yahushua said he was king of the Jews, right? You know what that's saying? Then he's saying he is the Father himself. He never did that. Never did that. Only the Father got that claim. He's the king of the Jews. Now Yahushua is a Jew himself. Okay? So, I wanted to talk to the Akwaf, all right? And not beating nobody up, so don't worry about it. I know y'all, when y'all hear that, your eyebrows start going up and shit. This is just to prepare you, you know. I'll leave his name out of it. Name is not important, but I don't think he'll mind me telling his story. I don't think he'll mind me telling his story. Like I said, I'm not going to put him out there, but I'd like to tell this because it's a very good example, all right? He contacted me and told me that just recently he met a young lady, and you know, she wasn't in the truth, you know, and he let her know what he was about, what he was into and everything. And he said he sent her 3 of my videos. The last 3 I did about the apocalypse. She was interested, and she got it off the top, you know. Um, she said she wanted to know more, so he's been edifying her, and said she wants to be with him, you know. So he called me and asked me, you know, what I thought about it. And I said, that's cool, you know. That's cool, you know, but I said, have you told her everything? I said, she's coming in late in the game, you know. Problem with that is you're not going to squeeze 7 or 8 years of information into no 9 days, you know. She's missed a lot. See, you got to be built up in this. You have to. You have to be built up in this. And even those of y'all in here that are built up in this, it's still hard, okay? But nevertheless, he said that she wants to be with him. She's quite a bit older than him, maybe about 9, 10 years or so. But hey, she's like, hey, I don't want to be a Judite, you know. I want to be with you. You know, I don't want to be here when the world ends. I don't want to be down here. All that. She knew all of that. She saw the videos, right? So I said, all right. I said, when the next time you're going to see her? He said, I'm going to see her tonight. I said, okay, there's one thing you got to do. This going to sound so petty, but it is. I said, you got to tell her about the multiple wives, man. And he was like, Con. I said, yeah, because you want to give her the option. You don't want to lie to her. You want to tell her the truth and let her make the decision. Now, she know the world is coming to an end. She knows how. She didn't just went all the way to the movie and just saw the end of the movie just like that. She knows what's going to happen. She believed everything, right? So, a part 2 to this story is he already has a child, you know, got him a little child, 4-year-old. And his child's mother, although they haven't been together in a while, a couple of years, I believe, she never took on this interest. So she now all of a sudden had an interest in, you know, this truth, because I'm not sure if he told me verbatim, but I think his daughter, or he teaches his daughter everything about this. All right. And I guess the mama now is like curious, like, man, you've been in this a long time. I see you serious, you know. So I want to know more about it. So he did the same thing. He sent her a few videos, right? And she said she want in, you know. She said she want to be in his presence. She want to be with him, okay? Now, the other woman that he was talking about, the first one, found out that he was edifying, you know, his kid's mom or whatever. And she got mad. And she was like, no, I want to be the one and only. If I can't have that, I don't want no parts of it. So he dismissed her. Now, just think about that, right? This woman would rather burn. She'd rather burn. Or be left out here destitute than have a man that she gonna have to share her sisters with. It's insane, the selfishness, you know. I was outdone, really was. And I told him, I said, this means one of two things. Either she damn stupid, or she just didn't believe, and she was trying to reel you in. Oh yeah, he said she was cooking for him and everything. Now, the mama, he said she done a complete 180. Whatever he want, you know. He said he asked her to, what was he said? He said he asked her to do something for him. It was I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't nothing big. But he said usually when he said usually when he do that, it got to be a scuffle. He said this time, he said she snapped to it. I said, well, so you got to test it all the way out, Doc. That ain't how you do it. Really want to know? She done changed some? Be stretched out on the bed with your legs crossed, hand behind your head, all right? And then say, baby, make daddy a sandwich. That's how you test her. See, them horns start coming out. Why you can't do it? Then you know she ain't changed shit. All right, I don't know what it is, man. Women, man, they don't want to make a nigga a sandwich, man. You know what I mean? So he said he gonna do it tonight. I said, but you got one more thing to do. You got to put her to the same test. Tell her, hey, where we heading? You ain't gonna have me to yourself, all right? So if you cool with that, we can proceed. If not, don't waste my time. I told him to tell her, don't waste your time. So he said, if you're going to get it done tonight, you're going to let me know. He's going to let me know what the verdict is. But come on, man, it's a no-brainer. Now, because that woman, the other one, because she saw what's to come, she know about the blood rage, she know about all of that. I truly believe when that shit start happening, she going to have a second, third thought. She's going to reconsider her position. So I just told him to be on the lookout. But as these things start happening, which they are, it's already started. Hey. But what I want to talk to you ladies about briefly is the difference between a prophetess and a princess. All right? Prophetess and a princess. Prophetesses are Northern Kingdom, namely, Latino, Native American, Reuben, Gad, Issachar, Ephraim. Those are the priestesses. I mean, not priestesses, it's a lot. Prophetesses, right? You women were the one that were there on the day of Pentecost that the Holy Spirit fell on, where he said, I will pour my spirit upon them and they shall prophesy. All right? The maidens and the daughters, all right? Y'all got that gift of prophecy, all right? That's for y'all. That's why y'all are with the priests, okay? Y'all are with the priests. The type of wives that y'all are going to be and the type of wives that the princesses are going to be are two different women, all right? Y'all are going to have different things to deal with. First up, you prophetesses. You're going to be in the holy city. You're going to be with the priest. You're going to be with your priest and your sisters, all right? Y'all gonna, he's going to be there. He's going to love y'all, take care of y'all, all right? And he's going to have his duties to perform, all right? Praying, keeping the order of the temple, all right? Just everything that's needed. The priests are busy, but they're going to be there, all right? Like I said, you look at our priests in here, you could tell they priests, man. They spirits are just so mellow, just real mellow, real soft-spoken cats, all of them. And I just never really paid attention to it because I would talk to them one at a time. Then I'll talk to a couple of kings, I'll talk to them. But I'm like, when I just looked at them one day, I said, there's something about them, man. They different. That's one of the most I have to tell me. He said, yeah, they priests. They're not soldiers. They're going to be used inside the temple. That's their job. All right. I mean, when it come to blowing the trumpets or not, that's all them. All right. Lining everything up, getting everybody in formation, that's all them. That's what they do. All right, like I said, now you got the kings. The kings are basically the goons. That's what we are, you know. Even when we had music, you know, the West Coast Assembly, and before it was disbanded, Rod of Iron, there was a difference in some of the music sometimes, because they like, some of the brothers was like, hey man, is that all y'all talk about, man? Is sawing niggas' heads off and killing and all that? Can we talk about something else? He's like, no, we want to talk about that shit. That's all we think about. But they don't. They just like, they want to do, you know, kind of like praise me. It was kind of like churchy almost, just a little bit. Not won't he do this, but you know, just praise, which there's nothing wrong with that. I love that too. It's just that we not on that as far as, you know, we not priests. We getting our spirits ready to cut motherfuckers from their navel to their damn nostrils, right? We getting ready to twist people's heads off their shoulders, break their arms backwards, all right? Throw them off cliffs. We on that brutal shit, right? Like I said, we're the goons of the kingdom. So, when it come to princess, y'all are going to have a different plate to deal with than the prophetesses, right? No man not going to be home every night, right? It's not. Not going to be home every night. We got to go out here and stand on business. Might be going a little while. But one thing you won't have to worry about us is one thing you won't have to worry about us is us being killed in battle. We're immortal, right? We're going to always come home, right? We're going to always come home. Matter of fact, let me get that. Joel chapter 2. Verse 7 and 8. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So, we're going to be impervious to death. All right. We won't be wounded. Heavily armored. All right. We're going to be combat ready. So, when the attacks come, when our way of life is threatened, we respond. All right. And you princesses are going to have to be in the mindset to know when we got to go, we got to go. We'll see you when we get back. All right. Our office is a warrior class office. We're not like the priests. Priests are peaceful. They're going to be there. They're going to, like I said, attend to the services and everything. And they're going to be around when we're gone. As far as, you know, so when y'all need prayer or anything, you know, the priests are there to serve. So I just wanted y'all to know that. So don't think that all of them are going to be the same, because they're not. We're not all the same. And the type of man that you get, either he's a priest or a king, right? He's either a soldier or a servant, okay? So just know that. Now, the reason I'm talking to you ladies now is because, see, y'all that are in this body, y'all are in the upper echelon of the kingdom. You're going to have one or the other. Now, any women that come after y'all, they're going to get pardoned, they're going to get forgiven, but they're not going to get eternal life. They're going to grow old and die. And they're going to continue to do that until they can eat from the tree of life after the great white throne judgment, okay? But until then, they're going to be on the lower tier, the 60 and the 30-fold. Y'all are hundreds in here. Y'all go up in that chariot, your bodies are going to be changed, and you're going to get immortality as well. All right? That's the order. That's how it's going to go. So, like I say, whether priest or king, we all make it home every time. All right? That's why the Most High has got us like this. We are the last one. That's why I said no army has ever been seen like this, and no army will ever be seen like this again. So, ladies, just keep that in mind when you finally get blessed with a man of the Lord. If he's a priest, you know what you got to deal with. And if he's a king, you know what you got to deal with. All right? So, just want to drop that on you. And those two men are going to need different things. All right? They're going to need different things. Priests, they're going to need time to meditate, pray, take care of the services of the temple. All right? And kings are going to be a rulership. They're going to be ruling different provinces, different areas. All right? And it's going to be your job to support him in whatever direction he goes when that starts happening. See, the kingdom ain't going to just stay in one place. It's going to spread. All right? And those kings, they're going to be responsible. All right? And after some time, they are going to be running a draft to the ones that are still mortal. They're going to get more men to go out there and fight. See, this is why multiple wives is necessary, because childbirth has to increase so that we can bring in sons and daughters, all right, to fill up our nation where we can function. Little boys grow up to be big, strong men. We need that. We need that for armies. Little girls. There's always going to be more births of women, little girls, than it is boys, because the little girls, they're there so that we can continue to procreate. That's why the Father said, be fruitful and multiply. All right? We need those numbers. That's why he said, I'm going to multiply you. You're going to have babies in 3 to 4 months. This is why this woman that the Ak was talking about, she not part of the plan, because she don't understand the big picture. She all up in her feelings. This ain't the time to be in your feelings. See, you got to put your, I'm not getting on anybody, but if you're in that mindset, you got to understand, you got to put your selfishness aside. All right? You got to put your selfishness aside. All right? This is about the kingdom. And if you try to get in the Most High's way, it's going to be your ass, man. All right? Brothers know what they got to do, and y'all got to know y'all place too. Everybody got a place, everybody got a position. But a man of the Lord don't need no woman with no heathen way of thinking, getting jealous and all that, and, getting all in their feelings. We're not going to be out here. This is for survival, right? And them babies got to be reared up and raised up in the fear and admonition of the Lord, where they can be a service to their kingdom. It ain't like out here, all right? Got little baby Ray and baby Damonte, all right, starting off at Head Start with a nappy ass head and shit, drinking juice boxes and snack packs. No. These kids are going to have a purpose to their life. They're going to be groomed to be soldiers, they kings. And they're going to be groomed to be priests, all right, if their father is a priest. These young ladies are going to be prophetesses and princesses. And they're going to fulfill that office. And by the time they're 19 or 20, they're going to be married off and start their own families, right? That's how that's going to go. So if you're in your feelings or whatever, this is the best time to get out of it, all right? Because when we cross over, ain't nobody hearing that shit, starting with me. So, I just want to bring this out. Told y'all, think this is about as mild as I could go. But yeah, that's what's getting ready to happen. So, this is for the kingdom. Y'all see where we at, and you know where we going, all right? So, I want to give all praises to the Father of lights. Peace and power to the throne of King David. Peace and blessings to Yahweh Shai. And peace and blessings and salutations to you out there, Royal House of David, all right? We got, 9 days left now, I think? Somewhere around there. So we getting there, y'all. But continue to edify and stay the course, all right? And I'll see y'all on the next go-round. It's your King and Shepherd KD, and I'm out. Shalom.